everyone.
Welcome to the Skein Scoop Podcast.
Coming to you, not so live, from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. You hate it when I say that, don't you?
You just say it every time. Skein Yarn Shop. I'm Justine.
I'm Lori.
We are joined by very special visitors.
That's right. So exciting.
Welcome to the podcast for the first time ever.
Ooh!
Baby
Oh my gosh!
Everett.
It almost seems like you're on a green screen.
I'm not.
Oh,
It's not like,
Here,
oh my
look at
gosh.
that. There we go.
Oh, this is Samantha.
Hi, everyone.
Oh my gosh, and that's Everett.
Oh,
You can
you're
hold him.
cute.
I already snuggled with him. He might not be happy about
He
it.
might love it.
He might.
Of course he's gonna love it. It's Justine. It's Auntie.
I'm just going to do this.
Oh, Sam's like, okay, I'm out.
That's fine. My arms are gonna fall off. So.
There's a puppy upstairs. It was a good day at the shop.
Oh my gosh. The puppy's upstairs?
Yes. The puppy.
He's not really a puppy. He's a dog.
Logan looks huge to me.
So
He's been the same size.
this is a knitting podcast, by the way. A knitting and crochet podcast, although mostly knitting.
I do have crochet today.
Yes. I love that for us.
I have a crap
And
ton
for
of
the
projects.
people. I wish I could say that, but
I think I did. You know, you predicted that I would get my mojo back a little bit.
of course.
I did.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you could once again put me to shame.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
I was
isn't he
telling
cute?
Sam that my babies didn't like this position, and this is the best way to hold a baby. I don't think that holding a baby this way is very fun. Want
I
them
agree.
as close to me as possible.
I agree. That is the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, show his little face.
Well, I don't want to mess with him. He's
not gonna
very
be about
happy.
that. Here, let me put this here.
Oh, he's making all the squirmy
he's
noises.
got the baby.
There you go.
Ooh, where's his face?
Oh, jeez.
I'm so sorry that was your first public appearance and your Mimi made you do that. It was so
I know, I'm the worst.
Michael got his cast off and then put a new cast on. That happened this week. Got his
Boy, we're just
stitches.
going right into it, huh?
We're just talking about life.
Yes.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening in my life. He's cleared to drive. So for the last week, I didn't have to do all of the things. He did a little bit of things, which was great. And that made life a little easier.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Seems like life is kind of returning back to normal for you, which means
Charlotte's sick. Mm-hmm.
that's right. At least one child is sick.
Mm-hmm. She's okay though.
That's good. That's good. She seemed great when you were coming back from the doctor the other
She had
day.
an emotional breakdown this morning about her turtle dress. She is still obsessed with this one dress. It is a turtle dress.
Mm-hmm.
She only wants to wear that and nothing else. And she's an absolute psychopath. I literally had to leave her in her room and go. Michael was home. I had to bring Ben to the bus stop. By the time I came back, she looked at me and she went like this. I'm sorry.
Mm.
I'm like, put on a dress. No. And
Did
that's
she
what
go
I
to
did.
school?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Michael's back at work.
She's not contagious, people.
No, she's not.
Mm-mm. Want to hear about my adventures?
Yeah, let's hear about it. How was your Mother's Day weekend?
What is that face for?
Not spent with your children.
Oh, man. Okay.
Mother's Day should be about the mother. What did you get to do for Mother's Day?
That's true. I left my baby at home, and I went and got donuts. So.
Oh, nice. Oh, you left him with Alex?
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Yeah,
I handed her the monitor. I was like, "Here, I'm going to get Allie's donuts."
Was she panicked?
for Mother's
No.
Day,
She was
all
like,
I
"Oh,
want
okay."
is a hotel room. One of my friends got to go spend a night in a hotel by herself with no children for Mother's Day, and I was like, that
That's awesome.
is amazing.
It's so funny because I was talking to someone about this earlier today about like the differences depending upon where you are in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have children, that when you have small children like this, you know, maybe not quite this small, but toddlers, and what are you doing? You taking a picture?
That's a good one.
When you have little kids, you know, the object of Mother's Day is to be alone, and when you're See, look, still getting messages. I don't understand. And when your kids are older, you and they leave the house, you just want to be with them for Mother's Day. And
Unless you're
of
Lori.
course, okay, in my defense, I'm getting a hard time
I'm just kidding.
from my daughter because
You
I
know
did
I'm
not,
kidding,
I do. Because I did not spend, what is happening here?
I'm just telling people we're podcasting with baby.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening.
Okay. In my defense, I did not spend Mother's Day with my children or my grandchild. That was absolutely what I wanted to do. However, we had plans before we knew this baby was coming. Not that my kids aren't good enough that I wouldn't make the plans, but my kids don't live with me most of the time. And so we did the same thing that we did last year, which was to go to Brandy Carlisle's Mothership Weekend in Destin, Florida.
Side note, Destin, Florida is where I got engaged.
I love that. I have the feeling we had this conversation last year when I talked about my trip to Mothership Weekend last year. And so if you know me, you know that we are fans of Brandy Carlisle, and we have seen her so many times that I've lost count, and so many times that I love her, but I don't need to see her quite as often as we used to see her.
Yeah. And she's also
Funny,
blown up, right?
She has blown up.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't
Yes.
film for Dad though.
I'm sorry?
I was FaceTiming you and you were waiting for her to come out. Remember?
Yeah, I think
And
your
also-
dad is slightly more of a fan.
I was FaceTiming.
Yes.
I was FaceTiming my mom.
Yes, Kevin.
Saying hi, and all of a sudden I hear my dad go, "Yeah!" Woo!" And my mom's like, "Yeah, Brandy just."
My husband is a little obsessed.
He
It's
sent me
not
a
like
bunch
you've
of
met
videos
her.
while you were away,
Yeah.
and it was like him like rocking out and you sitting there looking kind of bored knitting. But I know that you were not bored and that you were enjoying your time, but you're also happy knitting. And
Why can't I knit?
But no, you should. But his reactions are like,
Oh, that was just,
oh my goodness.
I think you should give him to Mimi.
Oh, okay. I was gonna.
This will be the first. This is a unique podcast because.
Just had a little nightmare.
Hi.
You had a nightmare.
Hi. So yeah, he's slightly more obsessed. Is he going to sleep? No, not so much.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
This is a nice
This
little
is-
burp.
This is
I hope you
this
people
is
love this
riveting,
episode.
riveting content.
Well, let's talk. Oh,
Oh, hello. Oh.
you got a little gooby goobs. God, the people love this. 8 minutes in, no knitting.
I've been using that voice a lot. So
That's your animal and baby voice.
it is. I actually say the same things to. Do you do this? I say the same thing to babies that I do to dogs. Oh, hello.
I think I did actually, because I grabbed Logan before I grabbed the baby.
Oh.
I'm like, hello, Logan.
Oh, hello.
Oh my goodness.
You make such noises. Anyway.
And then
We're
you
gonna have
got
to start
he
talking
just-
about knitting soon.
and then you got
He just
stuck out.
farted.
And then you got
Hello. Hello. Oh, he seems so happy.
thrilled.
Hello, little bit. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that little head tumble.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Say hi to your fans. Hello, people.
Oh my gosh.
He's rolling his eyes at me.
Well, I can understand that.
Hmm. I don't have a pen in front of me.
Why
This
do
is
you
gonna
need
be
a pen?
a bad podcast because I
Oh.
always fiddle with a pen.
Oh. Sam will
all right.
get
Well,
you one.
let's talk about other things.
Anyway, so. Ooh.
Are you chilly?
Ooh.
They just do that.
They just do that.
I looked it up. Believe me, I thought he was cold too.
I never had 3 kids.
All right, wait. Now I gotta turn them. Okay.
All right. Well, let's talk about some business. Okay.
All right. So anyway, Mothership Weekend was good. Mother's Day was awesome. I did speak to my children, and next year we will definitely be spending Mother's Day together. But I have to say, we saw some incredible musical acts.
That's good.
We
And
saw.
you were in warm weather.
I was in warm weather. All right, time to hand this kid off.
My Mother's Day was a good day too.
I don't think I'm going to be able to help him.
Nope. Mother's Day was a good day for me because I did nothing. I knit. I watched whatever I wanted alone in the fireplace room. I watched my own shows. I knit and I didn't have to talk to anybody. And it was great. And then we went out to dinner with my sister and her family and it was lovely.
That does sound lovely.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's that. We have some giveaway winners to announce. How about that? We'll do that first.
I know. And what's incredible is that I actually know 3 out of the 4 know personally.
Oh, as like
Like,
local people.
yes.
See,
Or semi-local.
I recognized the names, so I did take screenshots so I can tell you what their comments were. So the first winner was Audrey Friedman.
Hi, Audrey.
And
so I've known
I know
Audrey.
That's Doris's friend?
No.
Oh,
No,
that's
no,
a
no,
different
no.
Audrey.
No, different Audrey.
Okay.
No. This is Audrey who lived here in East Greenwich for a long, long time. And I've known Audrey since like the Wayback Machine.
Huh.
You know, like 2 incarnations of the yarn shop prior.
Oh, okay.
And now Audrey lives down south. I can't remember exactly. I'm not sure if it's North Carolina or not. It could be. So congratulations, Audrey.
All right, so all the winners, when you win, if you're a winner, our email is down below. You just have to email Lori at skeinyarnshop.com, your address, and we will ship out your prize. So Audrey's comment was, a milestone. Can't wait to visit this summer. Congratulations.
Yay. I can't wait to see her.
Our next winner was Denise Kinsley, 3554.
Yes, Denise.
And Denise wrote, congratulations on your 50th episode. As usual, it's been fun catching up with your goings on. Glad LYS Day was a success. I was there in spirit, but crowds aren't my jam. I hope to visit soon. So thanks, Denise.
Yes. But I feel like I didn't see Denise too long ago. I feel like
we've seen her.
I feel like it was like a month ago.
And then our third winner was Mindy Cannon, 4650. Do you know her?
I do know Mindy. Yes, but I feel like Mindy lives out of state. I feel like she might live in Connecticut, but I could be wrong. Could be Massachusetts. I feel like it's Connecticut or Mass. I don't think she lives in Rhode Island.
Well, she said, yay, 50 episodes. Congrats. And our last winner was from Christina Reber, 72, and she wrote, I enjoy your show so much. Love to see your friendship shine through. So congratulations.
Oh, that's so nice.
So those are our winners. I'll put your names on this
Congratulations, everyone. We love doing giveaways. They're so much fun.
Also, from last time, I had asked if people had questions, and then we forgot.
That's
to
right,
go over
we
them.
did.
So I thought we could do that first before we go into anything else.
I'm good at forgetting.
I just didn't write it down, and I had all the intentions of doing it, but I just forgot to write it down. All right, so question number 1. This one's hard, and multiple people asked this. Your favorite project that you have ever knit and your favorite yarn. So we have talked about this at length about our favorite yarns, and it's
virtually impossible.
Really, really hard. Because if you're talking about fiber content, that's one thing, but if you're talking about like a dyer, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. I mean, we can do some of our favorite yarns. My favorite project ever. Do you have one? It's hard because we love knitting.
I think,
but some things are more of a slog.
Yeah, I'm definitely a process knitter more than a product knitter.
I can
but
tell
I
you
think
what's
probably my most favorite thing is my Oxa. I think it is the thing that looks the best.
Everything looks good on you.
Oh, you're sweet.
It does. Everything fits you perfectly, and
it's because I'm pretty perfect. No, just kidding. I'm not kidding. No, I love that yarn. I love the way it's held up. I love the way the finished result. I love how comfy it is. I love that.
You used Lang Yak.
That yarn is up there on my list of favorite things.
Spectacular. Yes.
That's one of my favorite things. I love Kemper's sock base, the junk yarn sock base
Boss
that
sock,
she used.
yep.
Boss sock is up there.
Why do we look like we're like, I don't know, does it seem like
we
we're a little
crooked?
tilted?
You know what's gonna happen is the screen spreads when I upload it to
I know,
YouTube
but I
anyway.
feel like we were like at an angle. I don't know. We're probably not.
Maybe it's not, a cardboard box isn't perfectly level. So.
That's probably what it is. 'Cause
Oh, yeah. We don't have our original box that we really liked.
What happened?
it got sent out as a package.
Very
Oh.
sad. We had the perfect box.
Do you have a favorite project?
Are you looking at the sweater and wondering
No,
if
I
this
was
is
just
it?
thinking. I know it's not your favorite.
You know, this isn't my favorite.
No, I know you. I know one that's not your favorite.
Yeah, that baby blanket.
I've only received like 50 baby blankets.
I know, but you should have one from your mother.
Yeah, it's okay.
But you're not going to. I don't know. I'll finish it. I think maybe for the next child.
Second
I was
baby.
gonna say when he's like 5,
Mm,
doesn't need a baby.
I am definitely
This thing
going
is
to finish.
sweating so
Whoa.
much. It's very annoying.
Um.
I was gonna say your Tecumseh is probably your not a favorite of yours.
Oh. No, you know what? But that was. It was not a difficult knit. I don't
It
know.
wasn't the yarn either. The yarn was lovely.
yarn
It
was
was just the
Lovely.
fit.
I used
the fit.
Yeah.
Yes. You know that
Remind me chiming in.
kind of. I don't know.
Too oversized or too.
With yeah, it's kind of like
Fit
a
your body
swan
weird.
show or like. I don't know. I don't love that. I don't love when you raise your arms and the whole the whole sweater raises and
in
stuff.
order to make that happen.
Even though
not
it is
happen.
very, very beautiful. Like I think it's beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. It's the picture on our sticker.
That is true. That's
Oh,
true.
the quill is one of my favorites, although the yarn is very pilly, so that's a bummer to me. But it's one that I would knit again.
You know, it has cashmere, and when you're dealing with cashmere, that's what you're going to deal with. You just need a good sweater shaver, like the Cocoa Knits.
Okay.
I love that one that looks like a old-fashioned
Oh my
razor.
God. Yeah, it looks like a razor, and Kevin was playing with it the other day, and he's like, I never saw this before. Is this to like... I was like, no, your wife uses that to shave my armpits. And he was like... I was like, my sweater armpits? He was like, oh, okay. I said, how have you not seen that video?
I know, really. So I will tell you that the artist that I'm working on, that shawl, I really love that. And I really love Patagonia. Like, I really love it. Which we will be getting more in. Whitney's coming today. I'll be ordering more Patagonia.
Thank God.
You're all going to want to make this shawl.
There are people already making
Yeah.
the shawl.
I mean, it's just, and I haven't even, like, I
haven't
love
gotten
it,
to the
and I
fun
haven't
part yet.
gotten to the fun part yet.
That's a good motivator though, that the fun part is at the middle to end.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm loving that. I just love to knit.
It's the process, not so much the product for both
Yeah.
of us.
Definitely.
Number 2, why are you both so charming and can you be my best friends? That's from Gina at Skein Cocaine. So sure, Gina.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And, but why are we both so charming?
I don't know. It's God's gift. I think I'm rubbing
her-
off on her.
for her
That's where I
anyway.
think it is.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true.
Caleb asked,
We're just
mohair
ourselves.
or Surrey?
Ooh.
Good question. Hi, Caleb.
Oof. You know, before feeling what we're going to show you later, I might have said Surrey, but that's a tough one.
I have never knit.
With Surrey?
No, I think I have. I don't know. Yeah, I
Well,
think I have.
you have, I mean, a little bit. Anyway, it's not a podcast if I don't do that at least once.
What did I knit with it?
Fluff has Surrey in it, I think. Fairly certain. That is one of the things that makes Fluff
Yeah, I
so
guess
magical.
that's true. Oh, you know what? I think my sweater from Rhinebeck. Nope, from Cakepalooza. Nope. Yep.
Nope.
Cakepalooza.
Yep. Nope.
The La Bien Amie. I think that's
I think
that's
that
Surrey.
is Surrey.
It is pretty lovely. And I'm currently knitting with with
Yeah, but
mohair.
people are.
This is
I'm
ridiculous.
currently knitting with a mohair that I really love, but I have to say, ooh,
This stuff is really good.
Ooh, it's really good.
All right. Number 4, why open a yarn shop? That's up on you, babe.
That is, that's a great question. I think for me, it's a combination of two things that I love: yarn and people. I mean, just I think that's what it was for me when
You knew there was going to be a need.
yes. Oh,
'Cause
for
you worked here.
sure. But I think I'm also talking about the fact that I had wanted to do it for a long time. So
It's like the dream. You're a knitter
Yeah.
and you don't want to.
I think a lot of knitters have that dream. Obviously, a lot of people don't.
don't
but-
actually do. Yeah.
But no, well, and a lot of people don't want to open a yarn shop, because I can tell you that when you open a yarn shop, you knit less. That I can tell you. And oh yeah, don't worry about him, hon.
Can't tell how loud he shows up.
Listen,
This is your sister.
It is what it is.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
I know. And now on this one, it'll be like.
No, you barely hear him.
So
Oh, no.
Are you shushing me?
No. Oh my god, no. I'm shushing the baby. The baby loves the shushing noise. No.
you did too.
I would never shush you on your own podcast.
Thanks. Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, because once I became an adult knitter, and my original yarn shop, my original LYS was And the Beads Go On in Wickford, owned by Martha, who is now a very successful designer, Martha Wissing. You should look her up if you don't know her already. And this is going back over 20 years ago. It was the tiniest place, but there was so much yarn and so much amazing yarn and so many amazing people. And I met friends that I still have to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it was a community, and I don't know. I mean, I wasn't, even though we had that place, I was just like,
We're closed.
oh, sorry. No, it's all right. It's all right. Sorry.
Mhm.
I always feel bad. I don't know. I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to be the leader of something like that. And,
It's funny. It sort of leads into this other question about how the two of us became friends, because I think that, we became friends because of knitting, obviously,
Right.
because of the older shop that was here before Skein.
right.
But
Which was also my happy place.
mine too.
I mean,
my baby shower was in this store.
right.
For Ben. Yeah, I spent a lot of my maternity leave here. And I think that's how you and I met.
Oh, definitely.
But like,
I still remember you finally being the person who got Magic Loop to stick in my brain. I still remember that.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I can remember where we were. Like, what? I mean,
I remember.
I think I even remember what sock pattern I was knitting.
Was
and
a
it was
Hermione's
so-
everyday sock.
And it's so funny. I was going to say yes, but I think it was Snakes on a Plane.
Oh yeah, with the cable down the front.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. And I had tried Magic Loop 5 different times and failed 5 different times. And we were talking, you were determined to make a sock knitter out of me. And you are the only reason that I knit socks.
Oh, thanks. I'm so
And
glad that I
well,
could
it
do that
wouldn't
for
have
you.
happened. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would have. But when I think back to it, it's like so nostalgic for me, because you helped me in obviously in exactly the same way I see you helping
Mhm.
people here. You know, like, no, you're
Bossy? In the bossy way, you mean?
Yes, that, but in a great way, like in a motivating way. Like, no, socks are easy. I was like, I'm never gonna knit socks. I just can't get it. You know, and you're like, no, you're absolutely knitting socks. And you cast it on for me, and I think it was cuff down.
Probably.
Yeah. Even though later on I learned toe up.
Sock-metition pattern.
Yeah. And you just cast it on, and you're like, here, now you do it.
Well, sometimes people have it in their head that things are harder than they actually are.
Absolutely. And that's
if
why
I can be bossy and tell people
and help.
I love
if
that.
I can be bossy and help people at the same time, that is
the best
thing ever.
A lot of people say that about socks. They're like, oh, you need to do a scarf first and then you go on to socks.
Well,
socks are tricky.
I do that. I tend
That's
not
like
to
with
give.
Yefrick, when
Yeah.
she was like, somebody said that they weren't sure if she was going to be able to knit a sock, and she was like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's all about the attitude.
Totally.
It totally
is. Yeah.
It is
You can
totally
figure
a
it out.
totally. You're right, Sam. It is totally a state of mind.
I was in having breakfast with Lori when I was pregnant with Charlotte, I think. And we were talking about a potential yarn store. And she said to me, when I have a yarn store, you're going to be the first one that I hire. And I was like, okay. In my head, I was like, done. I'm in. I'm going to insert myself in every decision. I'm going to offer my opinion on every single thing. And I did. And that made our friendship.
See, dreams do
the
come
way it
true.
is. So I don't.
My dream came true, and your dream came
There
true.
we go.
All of the fun, none of the responsibility.
That's right. That's about right. Then Lori was like, "You just look at me like a big credit card, don't you?" I was like, "No,
Yes.
not all the time.
No,
Yep,
it just works.
it just works.
Like, somebody's got to do this podcast. This podcast, I was thinking to myself as I was getting ready, and I was thinking this, without you, this podcast doesn't happen. There's no, I can't imagine some people do podcasts alone. I don't know how they do that. I know you do it, and you have no problem.
I could
but I
talk to
could
a wall.
never. I feel like I'm that person. Don't you think I'm that person? I could talk to a wall.
No.
No? Really?
I mean, you could, but none of it would make any sense.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's not nice.
It would make sense, but like it would be all over the place.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
'cause
that's true.
I do a little bit of reining in.
Yeah. Like you're so like stream of consciousness. Like it just.
You tell really
People
good stories.
love that about me.
People
Shut
love
up.
that.
What?
Seriously, you think I tell really good stories?
Well, I think the people like your stories.
Oh.
I like your stories.
Did you? Oh, that's why I love
I
you.
love you too.
I like your stories. It's just they're a required
I like your
taste.
stories when you don't tell the
They're
when you don't tell
as we
them
say, they're required
the
taste.
same
taste.
one.
Huh?
You do sometimes repeat stories.
Oh.
But that's
Fine.
because you have so many people
if
that you
you're-
talk to that you probably just forget that you already told us the story.
I am
If you're
sure
in a
that
place
is
and
true.
you're just hanging out
Oh God, please tell me I'm not turning into my parents.
for hours,
Or I shouldn't even say that.
you are the person
Yes.
to tell a story. If you're just lounging around,
If you have all the time in the world.
literally all the time in the world, and you also want to hear 10 other stories that have nothing to do with that story before you get to the end of the original story.
This is why Anna and I get along.
It's true. Hey,
When
no,
we went
there's
on my
a
birthday
place.
retreat, we didn't even cover all the stories. We had enough time, we could have kept going. Because
But we
the only
didn't have
time
enough time.
the only time we get to talk is right now in this
That's it.
moment.
That's it. Otherwise it's
quick
it's literally 10 FaceTimes a day
where nothing gets
where
accomplished.
well no, things get accomplished, but it's like bits and pieces, and it's venting about things, and when good things happen and when terrible things happen, but it's just in
Spurts.
pieces. It's in tiny pieces.
Yep.
That's why
we love the podcast.
That's
so
right.
You can listen to us talk.
That's right.
So this is genuine. This is the only time we get to talk. So we're talking.
You're-
You're involved
you-
in our conversation.
You're literally in our lives.
All right. Let's talk about knitting
which
before
I love.
people quit.
I don't think they're gonna quit. I really don't. I love the people who say they like to
Listen to us.
ramble.
Also, just so you know, because of the giveaway last time, that's why we weren't responding to all your comments.
Oh, that's right.
But it was killing Lori.
Killing me.
So
I did respond to like 5. I'm like, I think if I am under 5 responses, she'll never know.
I knew.
But it messes with the
algorithm and all the things,
and
so there we go.
oh gosh.
Anyway, the real reason is when you go to do a random comment generator, if there's like more than a certain number, you have to pay for like using the app.
Hey,
I'm telling you, the world is not free anymore.
Nothing.
All right, let's talk
nothing
about
is free.
finished objects. Okay?
All right, let's.
Our friend Angie made this, and we
Yes,
have neglected
and we have been
to share
so neglectful,
it on
and we're
the
sorry,
podcast.
Angie,
So
because
this-
it is so cute.
This is called the Bindle Bag. This is the large size. It's by Ozetta. She used one skein of Les Garçons fluff, and she used the Stellaris by Kremke, which is like a sparkle.
Which we have, but has yet to make it into the computer.
So this is it. It is so cute.
And the sparkle is it's like the perfect amount of sparkle.
Yeah, it's like incredibly subtle.
It's
I'm gonna
super easy.
Super
Wait, where's the
cute.
fluff? Do you have fluff here?
Fluff is right there,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
And you wrap it up in a little knot.
It's
Yeah,
so
it's
cute.
So cute. So this would be perfect. I was just thinking like, well, it's a perfect for like a project bag, but you could even like
Wrap a gift in it.
wrap a gift in it. You
Yeah.
could bring it. You could like go out to dinner.
Absolutely,
And use this as your
100%.
purse. Like so cute.
Yeah.
And we have
And very
every
easy.
color of fluff.
Yes, we do.
I'm really into the idea of making a bunch of things with texture, like sweaters that have texture on them, or like a tank top with like some kind of ribbing or something, because I feel like it would keep my interest a little bit more than some plain stockinette things, but I also think it would end up in a pile behind the couch, so I just don't know. Another sample that we got in this week.
Yes.
Last week. This is from our
my
friend Laura
gosh.
Ross. Hello, Laura
It's
Ross.
so beautiful.
This is the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit.
I was going to say, oh no, it's the wrong side, except there is no wrong side.
And so if you don't know, a Sophie scarf is when you start at the end and you increase, I think, every 7 or 8 rows. 6 rows on one side until you get to the side in the center, and then you go the other direction.
Decreasing, right?
Mm-hmm. Laura used Noro Akari. We still have we have a few of these because we just got them in as free
Yes.
things from KFI. So we have a few more of these, and we have some other colors.
yeah.
Let me just grab it.
This is lovely. Because I don't know if I have felt anything made up in Akari.
Other than that,
Well, Whitney's coming today, so
this
we'll be ordering more of this.
This is the color. It's color number 20. This is the one that the shawl
that
is
Laura
made
used.
of.
Yep.
Then we have this other multicolored one. This one is color 17.
That's really
This is like more
so pretty for summer.
neutral.
Very neutral.
Really pretty. And then we also have the Akari Solo. So it's the same base, but in a solid color. So this one is color 7, Akari Solo.
I don't know why I want to do this.
And this is Akari Solo color number 3. It looks really yellow on the screen. I feel like this is a little bit more green than yellow.
Oh, I'm
don't
so
you think?
sorry.
Really?
Oh, we're never going to agree on that.
We're never going to agree because Lori thinks everything is purple.
That's not true. Wait, I gotta shush this.
I love that shawl. Laura was going to make something else initially, and she said, you know what? This has to be a Sophie shawl. It's so cute.
There we go.
It's a good one.
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Lightweight. Oh, so the fiber content, duh. It is a lot of things.
Perfect.
26% silk, 21% cotton, 15% viscose, 14% mohair, 12% wool, 12% polyamide. And I hope those things add up to 100 because that's what the thing says. Do you ever
Listen,
think that? That seemed like a lot of numbers and none of them were.
I'm going to assume it adds up to
Sure.
100. Sure, why not? Should we talk about what I'm wearing?
Yeah, we should.
Pulled this out for the summer. This is my Leia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you need a pen to play with.
Sure do.
I love this. This is it's one of my favorites to wear. And and the lace was, you know, it wasn't like so much lace, like the
How you spell Leia?
yes, Laia by Isabel Kramer. And I knit it in Moondrakes, which
merino linen.
Rachel doesn't dye anymore, merino linen, and which was lovely to work with. But this is a fingering weight tee that you can make with so many different things. You could make it in Junk Yarn Boss sock. You could make it in Allegria. It would be lovely in Allegria. You could make it in
Sunday.
Santa Scarn Sunday. You could make it in
Remix Light by Barocco.
Yes. Even though technically that is not a fingering weight. You could
It
also
is.
do Universal Bamboo Pop, which we are about to get a massive shipment of. Bet you can't wait.
That face is only because I have nowhere to put it.
Yeah, I know. Same. That's what I was thinking. It's like I'm super excited to get it, but
Did you see I put little signs underneath all the Noro that says what the fiber content is and the weight?
I did not see that. But I've been gone. I feel like I've been gone for so long, even though it was only a few days. We need more of those dividers, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll help with the bamboo pop.
That looks so pretty up there.
It sure does. Always changing, always improving the shop.
Yep.
Trying to anyway. So yeah, love this. This was super easy. I know, you know, I'd say this, I don't know, I feel like this would be like a good beginning lace project. It was not difficult at all.
That yarn held up really beautifully.
Yes, it did.
I
I don't know why.
We need to reach out to her and ask her what's up with that.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a one season thing.
it was a beautiful option. All right, I have lots of whips.
Yes, I know this about you.
So I'm going to go first.
Sure.
All right, I have a hoe.
My stuff is not that exciting, which I feel badly about, even though I'm excited about knitting it. You have a hoe? You are not a hoe, but you have a hoe.
I'm not a hoe, but I have a hoe. This is my Woolens and Nosh Advent sock from 2023 that you gave me for Christmas. And I love it. I finished it the other day and I immediately cast on a cuff so that I could get going again, but then I put it down. You'll notice.
You'll pick it up again.
So I did cuff down. I did it on a 1, which is different than me. Usually I use 1.5. I did magic loop.
Why'd you do it on a 1?
Because all my 1.5s were filled up.
Good reason.
You'll notice that I had to get through more of the colors. So this is supposed to be like a stripe a day for Advent season. And my foot is big.
I was just gonna say.
I wear a size 10. So I had to go into...
So is this one, by the way.
Yeah. Yep. I had to go into the next section of colors, which I'm fine with. Gina was like, I love that yarn. And I was like, oh, I'll send you my leftovers, but I don't know if, hopefully she has a little foot. But
I'll send her mine.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. Because we all know that I'm not going to get to it for a while.
So I cast it on my cuff and then I put it back in the bag. But it started.
I need to find it, Gina. So
I know where it is.
You know where mine is?
Yeah, it's upstairs in the pile.
All right. Send it out today.
Okay.
We will send it out today. I was not ordering you to send it out.
I know. Gina will be thrilled. Do you want me to go again?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. I did a little bit on my Cinnabar, and I'm at the point where I am going to
wait until you see this.
I am going to switch to the green ball. So
okay.
I'm at I would say if you've never done brioche before, that this is like a perfect beginner brioche pattern. It has really clear directions, and like I said last time, if you didn't know it was hard or supposed to be hard, not that it is hard, but if you didn't know that people are afraid of it or just like making socks, you would not know, because it just looks like, oh, I just learned a new stitch.
Right.
I still am unclear. If I make a mistake, I am very aware that I am afraid that I'm going to mess the whole thing up. So I never have a cocktail and knit on this. And having a cocktail and knitting is my superpower. So
Yes.
that is
not your superpower, if I remember correctly.
I am using Barocco Renew, which is an absolutely awesome yarn, and we need to get more of this. It is 35% viscose, 30% wool, 30% nylon, and 5% cashmere.
We love this yarn.
I love this. This is the mochi colorway, I think.
Yep.
Oh, nope, it's Arctic Fox.
Oh, yes.
It's just gorgeous. And for my color changing yarn, I'm using this yarn that our friend Gail gifted to me years ago. So the last time I was talking about how I don't quite love this section in here that's like brighter blue than what everything else was. So what I'm planning on doing is knitting maybe one more row, and then I'm gonna switch to this gorgeous ball of
green.
Mostly greens and blues and a bit of like
Stunning.
white.
That's such a Gale.
It's so
color.
good. And then I'm gonna knit this whole thing, and when I get to the end of that, I have this ball, but I'm not sure it goes with the flow so much. So I might
Let me see.
get something. I could pick and choose some of it.
I was just going to say.
but I don't really
think
know how much I have
Yeah.
because it's not from
I
a
feel
store.
like you could start here with this pink and green
Mhm.
and go
Actually, I
for a
don't like
while.
that part.
You don't?
I like this outer part more than I like that. I don't know.
Oh.
I think I want something a little more like that one. Sam,
Yeah.
on the top left.
You grab that skein, huh?
Yeah, right there. I think I want to do something more like this
Yeah.
when I'm done. Like keep it a little bit more subtle and flow. So I don't know. I
can see that.
honestly just don't know how far I have to go. So anyway, without further ado, I was here last time with my little progress keeper from Emily of Kitty with a Cupcake. I love this one. This is like
So cute.
it's a little rainbow with a cloud, and it's so cute. So that's where I was. So I knit, maybe an inch and a half.
Which is a lot. I mean, it's really big.
I need a new needle.
Yeah.
Before I leave here today, I need a new needle. So this is the Cinnabar by Andrea Mallory. I have 2 more rows to go before I knit another one of these like panel-y things, which is what I thought would be good to change the color at that part. So it'll be very like, here's the white side or the color. So I think when I get to this next like bar section, if I switch, it's really going to stand out, and I think it's going to look really cool. So I'm obsessed with it. I think it's gorgeous. And we have so much yarn in the shop that you could use to make this. I highly recommend the Renew. Also, she intentionally calls for a sport weight for the color change and a DK weight for the main color.
Yep.
Because it just adds more to the texture. It makes it more squishy. I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I've never done.
If you didn't know, Sam is a knitter. She's sitting
Yes.
over here knitting a sock as we talk.
Yes, it is.
It's so good, and I'm obsessed with it. I think the pattern
I'm
is
obsessed with
the
it.
pattern is so fun. It's really fun, and it's really only 2 sections that you repeat over and over again until you get to like the border at the end, which is just in one color. So
I love it. I love, love, love it.
so this is I'm trucking along. It's
I think
one.
that'll be my next shawl.
Oh,
Is it big?
what's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
It's big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's Andrea Mallory. Big.
like
I've never done brioche.
oh, it's
before,
very
so-
very fun. It's really fun. It's a good one.
Awesome.
You go.
I'll go. Okay. I have been knitting, but I'm trying to keep it to these 2 projects right now. So I've been working on my terrazzo sweater by Petite Knit in Noro Silk Garden, right?
Sock solo.
Garden Sock Solo.
Yep.
Okay. So, you know what? I don't even know if I changed. It's really not going to look so much
Are you in
different.
ribbing?
I am. I'm on the ribbing. I can't remember if this is where I was the last time. It could be. I don't know. Or I could have not moved my progress keeper, but here it is. And
You tried it on.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. I tried it on, and it was literally the perfect moment to start the ribbing. And so the ribbing is twisted rib, which of course you don't have to do. You could do just regular 1x1 ribbing.
It looks so good.
But I love the look of the twisted rib, so I'm gonna do it. But it's a slog.
How long is the ribbing?
Long, 3.5 inches.
One of the ladies at the back table yesterday, she kind of called me over to the table. Lynn, she calls me over to the table like this. She goes, Justine, do I really have to do this ribbing for 5 inches? She said, do I really have to do this ribbing for 5 inches? In a whisper voice. And I said, yes. And then I walked away and she went like this. And then I looked at her and I said, wait a minute. Did you just mom and dad me with Stephanie? Did you ask Stephanie? And then you asked me and you were hoping for a different answer? And she looked at me, she was like this. Sweetest lady in the whole wide world.
God,
and I yelled at her and told her she was mom and dadding me and stuff.
Gosh, that is
yes,
so funny.
You do have to do it for 5 inches.
And Stephanie told her yes also?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, how funny.
I think she was asking me, hoping that I was going to give a different answer.
It's just so good. She'll be so much happier with the result. I've done like 5 rows, and it's a lot of stitches. But you really can't see it. So it's not even worth holding it up really close. So anyway, I love this. And I'm holding the Noro with, Ariel, Barocco Ariel.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
sorry.
holding tin silk mohair.
Correct. Oh, sorry, bud. Yes.
It was Sam that made that noise for the baby.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Sam.
Oh.
She startled the baby.
Oh, okay.
You literally breathe and he's like,
Yeah.
there could be a huge explosion somewhere and he'd be like, but then you're like, and he's like,
I have seen
tin
a lot
silk
of
mohair
people
from
lately
Skein
experimenting with different color mohairs with other colors.
Yes.
So it's important to note that when you're picking out a mohair to go with a solid color or another color, they do not have to be the same color. And it doesn't, if it's a high contrast, like if you're using a white and then you use a black mohair, it's obviously going to look different. But in some cases, when you knit something in a bright color and then you add a taupe or a darker gray or something, it's just going to tone everything down.
Right.
But that's kind of the fun of using mohair. Yours is a perfect match because you loved the look of that black, and I think it's going to be super wearable.
Yeah.
Which
is what I was going for.
But I was thinking about it because Molly from Homespun House was showing, she's in this blanket knitting kick, and she is knitting,
he's in a meeting, so I'll keep him down.
And you can sit in the chair if you'll be cozy there, whatever you're most comfortable with. She is knitting the same advent. So she's holding mini skeins and she's doing 2 separate blankets. So she's doing a jelly roll blanket with half of her yarn. And then the other half of the same colors of yarn, she's making a cozy comfort throw. But she didn't want the cozy comfort throw and the DK jelly roll blanket to look identical. So she's holding a taupish color with these bright minis, and it just softens it, but it also makes it look like a totally different color scheme, and it darkens it almost. Because she's adding a darker color. Yeah. So I just think that's, some people are like, oh, I don't know what color goes the best. Well, part of it is just trying it and seeing if you like the colors. But anyway.
I know. I think
we have a ton of new mohairs and you're going to be able to pick anything you want.
Yeah. It's hard. I feel like sometimes people hesitate to do it because they aren't exactly sure. And it, sometimes you can, when you're doing let's say you're holding a like I am, a wool with a mohair, and the wool is a dark color. And then if you're going to hold it with a silver gray or a or a cream or even a white, you know you kind of have an idea what that's gonna do to the color, but sometimes it's hard to tell, and it might be worth it to just buy one skein of each and knit a swatch, because if you don't do up a swatch, you're not going to know.
And then from that color, you'll be able to say, like, okay, I think this one was too dark or too light, and then you can alter that way.
Right.
Anyway. Okay, speaking of DK Jelly Roll blankets, I pulled mine out and I did a lot on it.
Nice.
This is a pattern by Kay Jones, and it's originally written as a fingering weight pattern, but then she recently updated it to include directions on doing it in DK. And I, like a lot of people, am following the Crazy Sock Lady's suggestions on how to join the strips together, because I think hers looks the best. Okay,
it's really good.
So the last time we saw it, I was on this third strip here. So I knit the rest of strip number 3, and then I started strip number 4. Isn't it so cute?
It's really
so
great.
Also, Kevin and Ray are knitting this too from Needles at the Ready. Ray is doing it out of DK weight, and Kevin is doing it out of fingering weight. I'm holding my fingering weight double and using scraps. And even my brother-in-law the other day was at my house, and he goes, "What are you knitting?" And I had a big bucket of scraps and stuff, and he's like, "What are you working on?" And I said, "It's a blanket full of all my old yarns." And he was like, "That's so cool." He was so excited for me.
I love that.
So a lot of people were talking about like the length of it. So
it's so
it is
good.
Touching the floor.
So good.
And I think it's so good. I think the Crazy Sock Lady's directions on how to pick them up include like ways to slide the stitches so that when you do connect them, they are easier to connect. So this is the front of the blanket, and I think this is so neat. Like that seam I think looks really great, but then on the wrong side it looks pretty awesome too.
It does.
I am knitting over my ends, so when I start a new color, I just knit over the ends all the way till I am done with that first row. It's only 20 stitches. And then once I finish a whole strip, I cut all of my ends, and Ben takes all my scraps and puts them in a Tupperware container. I don't know why he does that, but he does that.
When you say you knit over your ends, you're doing a weave and Steven?
I am doing a weave and Steven.
Okay, which is it's a
tutorial from Stephen West.
Yep.
I use that all the time.
All right, so here's the deal. I love this so much, and you want to know what holds me back from...
If you say picking the colors, is that what you're going to say?
I just feel overwhelmed. But it's not just... So picking the colors is part of it. And also like how big to make the little sections.
Okay. So,
and I just get overwhelmed.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'm just not doing that.
So some of the things.
Because like, I have decision, it's like decision fatigue.
I get it.
Do you know what I mean?
All right. So like this pink here, I used an entire mini.
Okay.
It was a 10-gram mini.
Yep.
And that's how long it is. Sometimes I'll be knitting it and I'm like this one. I didn't have even 10 grams, but I loved the color, so I wanted to put it in. So I just put it in. If you have like, some people are really good, like Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady, right? She takes her skeins of leftovers and then she winds off 10 grams and puts them in a basket. And so she has a basket of just things that are going to go into a jelly roll blanket. I don't do that because I don't have time to do that, and I wouldn't know. I have some skeins.
Are all like, of her sections equal then?
Some of them are,
Okay.
But some of them, just depend. I don't know. It doesn't affect it. Honestly, I go to the kids and say, "Oh, what color should I do now?" And that's how we pick the colors. And then Charlotte gets mad because she always wants it to be pink and yellow.
So you're not.
I am trying to do like, I don't know if you can tell. The first strip here is mostly purples and pinks.
Yeah.
The second one is mostly greens and blues. The third one, I wanted it to be oranges and yellows, but ends up being pink too because I just didn't have enough orange and yellow in my stash. And now I'm back to blues because I have a ton of blue and green yarn. And Ray and Kevin's looks a little less, like mine, they're all like kind of the same style of yarn dye. Like they're all very bright. I'm not putting anything that's dull colored or like neutral into it at all. I don't plan on it. I'm doing lots of variegated and lots of speckle things, mixed with some, you know, some solids. But if I get bored, I'm just like, okay, I'm bored. I'll just cut and start a new one. I think it's
so
great.
You're saying that you don't put that much thought into it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I do while I'm knitting on this color, I'm constantly looking at the box of yarn next to me, like, what am I going to do next?
Yeah.
And I do kind of take into account what's on this side to determine if it's going to look good next to each other, but like not really. This is my most favorite color. I don't even know what it is. It was a mini and I love it. It's like, it's stunning and it's so soft. I have no idea what yarn that is.
Speaking of minis, I mean, to go off on a slight tangent, Hedgehog just came out with all new colors for their sets of minis. So we'll be getting those in. Just thought I'd mention it.
This is a really, really fun project. I did get a message from somebody who said she was super excited to start this and then had a really difficult time joining that first one, and it made her just like rip it out. She couldn't take it. So I will say, when you do start, so you knit the whole strip, right?
Yep.
And then what you do is you cast on 20 stitches and then you join it together with this one. So you have this little teeny tiny strip. And until you're like maybe 5 or 6 rows in, it does feel like this is so wrong. It's too loose, but it does. It tightens up. It tightens up. And if it's a little loose, you're going to have an end there that you can weave it in by hand. That's the only one you'll have to weave in is the new cast on of that first row. You know, so you can always tighten it up with the one next to it. I love it. And I find
my gosh, I absolutely love it, but there's a part of me that's like, I definitely want to do a scrappy blanket, and I have plenty of scraps to do it with, as you know.
The scraps and the minis are like, it feels really good to pull out old things, you know. I wish I shouldn't say that. Not that I wish this, but like Kay has all of her things just like in a bag ready to go, and like all these little minis that are just like tied up and ready to go. And I know other people do the exact same thing, but I have some skeins that are like 60 grams.
Right.
So what do you do with the other?
Right.
I guess you give it to somebody. It got me thinking about maybe
or you save it till the next Scrappy project because you know you're always going to want to do them.
I'm obsessed with it. It got me thinking about maybe we do, I'm just throwing this out there and I haven't even told you this, but what if we do like some kind of like Scrappy swap?
Oh yeah.
Like
we've kind of talked about
but
this.
Like as an advent. Like I know that Kay did this with some of her friends. It would be cool. People could sign up and say, I'm in the US because we don't want people to have to ship crazy far.
Right.
But I would put together a Scrappy advent of 20 grams or 10 grams, however much we want, of 24 colors. And they have to put them in little bags, and they could put little treats in if they want. And we get all the names and we put them with a partner and they swap their package. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
I think it would be really fun.
That does sound like fun.
Let us know if you're interested in a Scrappy swap partner.
I would totally do that.
I did a mystery. I was telling this to somebody the other day. I did a mystery swap years ago with this lady. And she was what do you call it when you use recycled yarn? She dyed recycled yarn. So she would get sweaters from like the Salvation Army, and she would pull unravel them, and then she would dye the yarn, and then she sold it. It was really cool.
Wow.
And she was my mystery swap person, and she lived in like Minnesota or something, and I had to get stuff, and it could be from your stash, but it had to be like a minimum cost.
Yep.
And then you had to send it to her, and she would send me the package on the same, like at the same time. And her package was spectacular. I mean, she gave me so much stuff. And I remember I gave her one of Judy's bags.
Oh, nice.
And I gave her some sock yarn because I knew she knit socks. And it's cool because you can put in, preferences. I don't know. I think it would be kind of fun. I would be really competitive about it. Whoever got me would be so excited to get my box because it would be better than everybody else's box.
You're a sick woman. Oh my gosh. Wait, fun. I have to tell you this while we're talking about you being competitive. This is hilarious.
Oh, I have another story about me being competitive too.
Oh, well, shocking. This is so funny. It's the last night of Mothership weekend. I'm standing in line for the bathroom. And I love it because they had had regular porta potties, but they also had plenty of bougie porta potties. If you know, you know. So I'm standing in line to go to the bathroom, and a woman walks up behind me, and this other woman, and she starts talking to both of us. And that's the way it is at these types of things.
You have to talk to everybody.
People talk to you like they already have met you,
mm-hmm.
and which we do too. Of course, my husband is a champion at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, Sam, you'll tell me, this is what I say. Wait, I am going to go off on a tangent. Sorry. That my husband, those, I can't remember if it's Progressive or Geico. I feel like it's the Geico commercial where the guy with the mustache is giving classes on how not to be like your parents.
Progressive, yeah.
Okay. And one of the commercials is focusing on the guy who talks to strangers and talks to little kids.
Yeah,
and
he's just trying to buy his groceries.
Yeah,
and get away.
Yeah.
Don't talk to
that. Is literally, they based that commercial on my husband. Okay.
He doesn't start talking to you and then just not let you go though. He just remarks to people, and then it turns into a conversation.
He
very
cannot.
He makes jokes to people in public. But it's not like he's rah, 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 and then he tells you a whole story and doesn't let you leave.
I know, but sometimes it's
Can you not?
Do we have to talk to everybody?
And sometimes it's not welcome. Anyway,
what were the people talking about?
So the woman comes up behind us and says, okay, we got to get this line moving because I'm really competitive and my daughter's in the other line waiting for the bathroom and I have to beat her. And I was like,
that's awesome.
I cannot escape this.
The other day I said to Michael, if you had to come up with 10 words to describe me, would one of the words, not that it's the number one word, but one of the words be competitive? And he said no. And I was like,
has he met you?
And he goes, you're not a very good competitor, is what he said. And I was like, I said I could beat you at walking right now.
Wait.
I'm telling you, when I was in the hospital after having my first child, I asked the doctor if I was doing a better job breastfeeding than all the other moms that just had their babies. Tell me that that's not a sick person.
I am.
That is mean.
Beyond competitive.
That is just mean.
I know. Well, I didn't want them to tell them. I just wanted to know, am I doing better?
Well, you were an overproducer, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Oversharer.
Listen, seriously, you brought that up.
Anyway, yeah. And then I asked Harrison, and he was like, "Dad said you're not competitive." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "That's ridiculous."
Well, Sam and I were betting on the baby the other day. Remember, Sam?
Oh, yeah.
It was yesterday.
It was just yesterday.
Yesterday. She goes.
Yeah,
I said, why don't you go? Why don't you go? Just put him down, right? Because he could be a little fussy, and she said to me, "What'd you say?"
I was like, "He's not gonna fall asleep.
He's not gonna fall asleep." And I'm like, how about if I go put him down? And she's like, yeah. She goes, you want to bet? I go, care to make things interesting, as Laura Lowenthal would say.
We were just arguing of whether we should just try and put him down.
Oh, God.
Fall asleep. And then I don't know if they can hear me over there, but
I don't know if they can hear you either. We're gonna find out.
I was like, fine, whatever. I was
Speak
like, I'll
up.
put him down. My arms were so tired, I'm just gonna put him down. So I put him down, and literally, I wrapped him in the swaddle, just completely asleep. And I just looked at my mom and I was like, well, we don't have any money right now, so I don't have.
Yeah, she goes. By the way, I don't have any money, so I'm not giving you $20.
She could Venmo you.
All right.
Anyway,
so,
back to the knitting.
So we were. Oh my gosh! So this all came from the Jelly Roll blanket, which it's gorgeous, and I really want to do a Scrappy project, which means that you are going to have to help me organize my scraps.
That sounds like a dream.
Okay, I thought it would.
All right, I have 2 more things.
All right, I have one more thing. Should we do mine, or should you do one of yours?
I love that bag.
It's so funny that. Thank you, first of all. It's so funny that you say that. So no, you can't get this because I bought this bag 5 years ago on Block Island. If you don't know where Block Island is, it's a teeny tiny island off the coast of Rhode Island that is one of my favorite places of all time. So, and I bought this bag at one of my favorite shops on one of my favorite places, called The Onion. And I can't wait. We're going there this summer for like 4 days.
Nice.
So I can't wait to go back to The Onion, but I will probably not get another bag because a lot of bags around here.
A lot of bags.
So, okay. So here's my progress on my artist shawl, which is by Natasha Hornsby. And I'm doing it, I'm knitting it in Patagonia, Juniper Moon Farm, Patagonia. And it's 5 colors, but I've only worked with 3 colors so far. And look, here's
you did a lot of progress.
Here is my, isn't it so pretty? I mean, like, I know there's not so much going on right now, but look, there's my progress keeper from LYS Day. And that's how much I've done.
What's that called? Corrugated ribbing?
No, I think it's called she calls it a waffle stitch.
No, the white and the
green. Oh. No, that's it's just 1 by 1. It's just 1 by 1 color work. It's not ribbing. Oh. It just
awesome.
And so I can't tell you how much I love everything about this shawl.
I picked colors for Laura to do.
And I love this yarn so much. Like oh yeah, those are good. Those are good colors.
Laura's gonna do it in. I'm just obsessed. I am excited for you to get to the next section. So what is, do you have
so I'm almost there. So there's going to be another. So this is stranded color work. Mm-hmm. These 4 rows that you do here, which I have to say, it's my first time doing stranded color work flat. So I have to purl. So it's my first time ever doing stranded color work where I can't purl. I can knit, not well, but I can knit enough continental so that I can do the right side of the shawl, but I cannot purl continental to save my life.
So you have to drop it and pick it up.
So I have to drop it and pick up. So
I think it's only 4 rows.
Really, so it's only 2 rows. Yeah. Thank the Lord, because it is a slog. But I just love it. So, but that is the only, those 3 sections, these 2 and the one that's to come, are the only sections of stranded color work. And then after that, it's mosaic color work, which means that you're only working with 1 color at a time and you're doing slip stitches. And so
it
I
doesn't matter about wrong side or right side or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So, but I just, oh my God, I just love it.
Yeah, it is so good.
And it's hopefully I'll have enough good progress to show you next time with the mosaic color work.
Ooh.
And maybe I'll have another color put in.
That'll be exciting.
So this is what I worked on mostly when I was in Florida.
Yeah, probably a mohair wool sweater wasn't very fun
to
work on.
Yeah, wasn't doing that.
I made a lot of progress on my lento. So lento, this is the same thing. I never remember the name of the lady. It's the Line of Magazine lady.
Okay.
Johanna? Yes. Jonna? Jonna, I think.
Yeah, it's not Johanna. It's Jonna.
Okay, so this is my lento.
Oh,
and I was here last time. So I split for sleeves.
Gorgeous.
This is using Moondrake's Starlight Sparkle base, which is this tweed with a glimmer of stellina, gold stellina, by Moondrake Fiber. So it's a fingering weight yarn. Moondrake Fiber, is that what it's called? Moondrake Fiber?
Moondrake Co.
Moondrake yarn, yeah, okay. So it's a fingering weight yarn. So you could pick any fingering weight yarn. And then I'm using Knitting for Olives mohair, which is in this awesome pale pink. So any fingering weight and any mohair on a size 10 needle.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool. It's super airy. It has a folded over collar, which also, I think I knit like maybe 8 rounds, and then I purled around, and then I knit 8 more rounds, so that when it's folded, it has that structure of the purl at the top, instead of being like a rounded edging.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I
sure
did
do.
that, and then the increases are knit front and backs. So there's no make one left, make one right. So it's really a very simple and clean raglan. I'm obsessed with it. And if you have never knit fingering weight and mohair on a large needle, you have to try it. The looseness of it, the airiness of it it's not see-through because of the mohair.
Right.
But any fingering weight and any mohair, and you can make this, and
this too can be yours.
This too should be yours. And I'm holding it in my Skein Yarn Shop tote bag. If you don't have one of these, we have them available.
Yeah. And why don't you have one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last thing I have is a crocheted project.
Okay.
In my most gorgeous thing ever. This is my I kept saying Delicue the other day. This is my Attenti bag.
So good.
And it's really pretty, and I love it.
And you can hug it.
And you can hug it, and you can fold it down, and it has flowers. Okay, so this is yarn from Lauren. Lauren gifted me this for Christmas, and it is, so I have something to say about this because people gave me lots of ideas.
Oh.
So, this is my I'm Dreaming of a Pink Christmas yarn. Okay, look at all that pink. It's like, so good. And I am making the Battenberg blanket. And the Battenberg blanket is a pattern by the lady that's name is on the screen. And it is crocheted. And I am using a pink, obviously, crochet hook. That is an F. And you make these little squares. And the Battenberg original pattern, the squares are teeny, 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 tiny, like 1.5 inches. And Natalie from Nitty Natty, she made the blanket out of an Advent. It is a granny square that is not open. What do they call that? A solid granny square. It's not like, you know, a traditional, what you think of when you think of a granny square with all those holes. But Natalie did like an extra round around, and I am doing 2 extra rounds around. So with every color, I'm getting 5 little granny squares. So from every one, I was getting 5 colors. So I have 15 squares done so far, which
so good.
is great. So I have these white ones and light colored ones. That was day 1. I don't remember what any of the days are anymore, but that was day 1. And then I have this one completed, and then I have 5 of this color completed. And the reason I wanted to talk about it was because somebody brought it up to me that I thought, so the idea is you have a main color throughout the whole blanket. That's one color. And then you have all these bright colors. And I thought that when you go to connect them, you have, this is the other color that I'm using. This is Stone. It is the colorway Stone from Barocco Vintage Sock. So I misunderstood, and somebody corrected me on it, and I wanted to say that I was wrong. Imagine that. no, I really just wanted to say thank you to that person who told me what I was doing wrong.
The floor just like
Dropped
cracked
out from under
open.
you. I thought that you have to have, say, 125 of these, so however many 125 of these, and I thought you had to like have all of the things ready to go so that you can just seam them together. But what you actually do is you have all of the colored ones done, and then you make this, but you keep the yarn going, because then you're going to crochet it together with the live stitches of the taupe. So if I hadn't gotten that message from somebody, I would have maybe made 125 of these too. And then when I went to put them together, I would have been like, oh no. I would have been like hand sewing it. Does that make sense? So basically you're using the live stitches from the taupe one to connect all the squares around it. So like this, and then one over here, and then one over here.
Okay.
And if I had like cut them, I would have been.
You would have been.
I would have had a lot of yarns, a
SOL.
lot of things to weave in. So also
So thank you to that person.
This Suburban Stitcher yarn is a little bit thinner, believe it or not, than this.
The vintage sock.
So I'm pretty sure I have to, like you can see when I lay it down.
Yeah.
The taupe one.
You need one of those
bigger.
things.
Well, I'm
you know
not
what I'm
gonna,
talking about,
I
right?
do, but I'm not going to do that. She's talking about that board that you can block all your things on and like stretch it out. I
just love the idea of that.
They do look really pretty. Somebody here is using one of those.
Tanya
and
Jen.
I thought Clarissa was doing that.
Oh, she might have been too. I saw Jen had one on her Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's going to be very fun. The good news is that means I don't have to crochet any of these squares. I just get to do all the colors and then worry about this part later after I do all of these. The good news is I'm getting a little bit faster.
Of course you are. That's what happens when you do the same thing over and over again.
I texted Lori and I a picture. I had a French martini, and I texted her a picture of one of them, and I said, "I'm a crocheter," and she's like, "I know."
No, I said I already knew that.
So yes, I keep them very fancy in this Ziploc bag with my hook so that I don't forget which hook size to use.
Now, did you use that hook because it was pink or because it was actually the right size?
It's because it was the right size, and I tried like 5 different hooks, and Anna helped me. Anna Hanley helped me determine that this is the right one for me.
Okay. So
because I must be like
pure coincidence that it's pink.
I must be I don't remember if I'm a tight knit crocheter or a loose crocheter. I'm not exactly sure. And though I have other projects, I won't share them.
What?
I have other things, but it's, nowhere. It's fine.
Yeah.
I knit a little bit.
We have to end this at some point.
I knit a little bit on my no frills sweater. I did a little bit of the sleeve.
Oh, good.
So it's going. It's not been entirely put apart.
Okay.
Okay. Our biggest new yarns that we got in.
That we're super, super excited about. Should we do this one first?
Yeah. So we're gonna show the yarns, and then I have 8 project ideas, and I will put pictures in of those projects. Some of them are really simple, basic things, and some are more difficult, but all very beautiful.
I can tell you that I will be casting on with one or both of these yarns. I will have something knit up in some way, shape, or form before the next podcast because I just have to. Okay, so we got these new yarns from Ito.
I'm just pulling
yarns.
up the website.
It's been something. I've been planning it for a long time, but as we know, sometimes it takes me a little while to do things. But that's because the list is long. So the first yarns we have from Ito, and I can tell you they will not be the last. This one comes in a cone. It's Ito Kinu, Kinu. Look at it. Just look at it. It's 100% silk. It's gorgeous. Okay. It is, let's see. So this is 50 grams, 425 meters, 464 yards. So pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But just, oh gosh, it's so good.
So it
And I love the fact that it comes on a cone.
Some of the pictures, or some of the project ideas are things held together, but I also tried to pull things that were just held singly, and I will put all those pictures up on the screen in a minute when we talk about them.
Okay. This color is iron blue. And of course, you know, it's a little different on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
This is greener, don't you think, than it is on the screen?
Yeah.
This is Bordeaux.
That's a good color.
Yeah, I feel like they're a little blown out, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is mint.
I wouldn't call that mint, but I mean, I guess when I think of mint, I think of like a light color, whereas that looks more like a mint leaf.
This looks more like almost sage.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Angora.
Angora is gorgeous.
Yeah.
How much yardage is in there?
Sorry. 464.
Awesome.
So it's not Angora the fiber. That's the name of the color. This is 100% silk. And then I pulled this one, and they are so nicely laid out. Because my crack team did a beautiful job of displaying them. This is dark brown.
Crack team? What does that mean? I did that. Crack team. Okay.
By crack team, I mean Justine.
Thank you very much. Okay. That is the canoe. Canoe. Where's the dark one that was over here?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to steal it. This is the mohair that we've been hinting at
for
the whole period,
months.
the whole podcast.
Yeah.
This is Ito Sensei.
Sensai.
It is 60% mohair, 40% silk, and it is spectacular. It's 262 yards in a 20-gram ball.
And they're so cute.
And they're so gorgeous. I have these in bowls in the back, and they're just stunning. This is Angora. So this is the counterpart to this one, which I love. I love when companies use the same names cross space. I love that.
This is chili pepper. Oh, love it.
This is pale blush. Bordeaux.
I love this one. This is dark brown. Like, picture these two together. Oh,
wait till I show you what you can make with that.
I can't wait.
This is olive. Pale blue.
I would definitely go with that.
And
oh my god.
I can't even. When I saw this in the bag, I literally was like, eek, take it out. This is called prune. And it is the core of it. The cord is just absurd. I just love it. Love it. In addition, we bought pre-made shawls.
Yes, we did, because yes, you can make your own one of these for sure. But since Ito has them made up, why the not?
Okay, so here's the deal. These are 100% out of this sensei. Okay, it's not held double, but they're large. They're very large.
Yeah.
In the packaging for this, it says if you wanted to make your own, you could use 5 balls of the Ito to make one of these. But they're so big, I don't think I would ever want to do that. I mean, you would have to devote all of your knitting time to knit one this big.
Yeah.
So this is, I'm tripping all over my things.
Oh my gosh.
Look at how drapey and gorgeous it is.
They're stunning.
So this one is the Angora colorway. I mean, when the ladies yesterday saw them, they were like, that's perfect for a wedding. It's a perfect wrap. It's soft. It's light. I have it on backwards and it's still gorgeous.
It's the perfect size.
It is beautiful. Would I want to knit it?
Oh my gosh. No.
So
No, I wouldn't.
come and get yours. This one's called Pale Blush. So it's this yarn. This is Prune. Look at that. So it's cool because it gives you an idea of what these colors look like knit up also.
This is Orient Blue, which I'm not sure is politically correct, but it is it's weird because I don't know if you could call it a Japanese company or a German company because Ito is Japanese and I think the materials might all be from Japan, but I believe it's the company is in Germany. So I'm just not sure.
All right.
Anyway, we're gonna call this navy, but but on the tag it's Orient Blue.
Let's talk about some pattern ideas, okay?
Wait, we gotta show that one. Did we show that one?
The prune?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I did.
All right.
Okay. So a couple of things. All of these, I'm going to put a picture on the screen. So as we're talking, I'm going to show Lori the picture, but it'll be on the screen. So the first one is called Big in Japan Sweater. It's by Kay Schneider. It is holding the canoe and the sensei together. Obviously not those two.
Maybe those two
together. So it also comes in a short sleeve version.
Oh, that's cute.
That is only out of the canoe, but the canoe and sensei one where you hold it together, it has these like texture, like diagonal ribbing sort of going across the whole body of the sweater.
Like
really cute. The next one that I pulled is called the Fuji Top, which is only using the canoe. It is striping, large striping, short sleeve top with a lower or a longer hem in the back.
Yeah, high-low back, high-low seam.
Interesting neck or shoulder seams as well. The next one I picked is the Green Light by Jana Huck.
Ooh.
This is a shawl that has strips, triangular shawl with triangular strips of multicolors, and it's only using the canoe, so 100% silk. I pulled a lot of things because of the nature of the mohair. A lot of times, like any sweater that is held with mohair or anything that you want to add mohair to, it could be like a myriad of things, but a lot of people want to know what do you make with this?
Yeah.
100% silk. The next one is called the Himeji Gradation Pleats, and it's a really
That's
beautiful
cool.
shawl. I think you're holding things double and multicolored. It is really easy, but it has a beautiful drapey end result. The next one is one of our favorite designers. All of these were beautiful, but I just was trying to find this one right here. The Westbourne Kinu Love by Isabel Kramer. We love Isabel Kramer.
Yes.
If anybody had asked us our favorite designer, it probably would have been she would have been up there.
Yeah.
So this is knit entirely out of canoe. It is a 3/4 length pullover with a large boat neck and stripes. It's really, really beautiful. All right, the other ones, I have to go into Ravelry to show you. So the first one, if you wanted to do something entirely out of the Sensei by itself, you could knit the Elton pullover, which is not all by itself. I shouldn't say that. It is a fingering weight and a mohair, and you do stripes. It's by Joji Locatelli. So you have a main color that's a fingering weight, and then when you do your stripe is in the Sensei, so it's a little bit sheer. Totally beautiful. That's called the Elton. Once again, all the pictures will be on thing. The Step by Step cardigan is an awesome one by Florence Miller, and it is using the original one hold on. Sorry. The original one used the Nora Silk Garden sock plus the mohair together. It's a cardigan, very basic shape. It's kind of like a staple wardrobe piece, but it's the same yarns that Lori's using for her terrazzo, but instead of using the tin silk mohair, you use the sensei. So we have all of those colors, all of those in the shop. And then the last one that I found that would be awesome if you wanted to do the sensei by itself is the Osaka scarf, which is by Ito Yarns. Oh, Marlene thinks it's time to be here. And that is basically this, but in multicolors.
Is it on a bigger needle or now?
It's supposed to be on a 6. Yep, so it's nice and loose and airy.
Yeah, I want to put kits together for that.
So, those are all of the suggestions for these new yarns that we have. You're
still podcasting.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny. She doesn't know what podcasting. She doesn't know. So we are going to put in pictures of all of those things so that you can see. There's other options. Keep an eye out. We're going to be talking about these things for a while now.
Incessantly.
And so, if you have ideas or if you've knit with this before, these are not new yarns. They're new to our store. But if you've knit with them before, let us know what's something that you love about them. I know some people who have opinions about these things, and I can't wait for Laura to tell me all the things that she's made with all of them.
Yes. Well, she's knitting with a different Ito yarn right now, I think, So Kosho, which has cashmere in it. But yeah, I'm super excited about these yarns. And,
all right, so we have a couple of things coming up.
Yes, we do.
Most excitedly, this weekend, we are going to be, oh my God, I can't. Can you please take a picture of that? We are super excited to welcome a Mabel trunk show to the shop. That is, oh my gosh, what's her name?
Paige Sato.
Ever since you called her the wrong name, now in my head I'm like, is it Hope or is it Paige? What's her name?
I don't know. Yeah, I called Paige Hope. I'm not really sure why, and so now everybody's
in
confused.
my head. I'm like, what is her name? Paige is going to be here, and we're having the Mabel trunk show. So makers always bring extra love. We have been talking about it for a while, and we're
so in
excited.
case.
I actually had a dream about this last night.
This bag?
No, about the trunk show. I had a dream that she didn't bring any of this size, and then there was just one, and it was not at this shop. It was like a whole different location, and I was there, and she was like, "It's okay, Justine," and she had all the bags like on clothespins, like dangling around from the ceiling, and I was just like, "Where are we? Who decorated this? Who put these away? Where's the pink bag?" And it was like I was panicked.
Oh gosh,
I'm having nightmares about the shop.
Wow, welcome to my life. So yeah, just in case. Just kidding.
Yes. So this is a Mabel bag.
This is a Mabel bag, and it's awesome the way it's constructed. These are the handles.
I hope that Paige.
I have been using this bag nonstop. I took it with me on my trip. I've been using this bag nonstop since I
got it.
Did I get it at? Where did I?
Woolen Folk.
Yeah.
I will tell you that if
that
she
seems
doesn't
like
have
it wasn't
enough of
that long
these-
ago, but it was kind of.
If she doesn't have enough of this style, we should call her and let her know.
Okay.
This is the size people want.
This is the size?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
This is, if you're watching, Paige, not Hope. That's the size that people want.
I will email her today.
Pink ones.
Yeah, so Paige will be here Saturday and Sunday. This is our last this will also be our last Sunday that we're open before our summer hours start. During the summer, not only are we closed on Monday, whoa, what's going on over there? But we are also closed on Sundays and Mondays during the summer. What?
People are running.
Oh gosh. Oh no. I hope no one's hurt.
I know.
But that's probably in vain. So sorry for the distraction.
Squirrel.
Someone's coming.
I know. You gotta tell her that we're closed.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Whitney.
Oh, okay.
That's Whitney. She can come in.
Okay.
So, Whitney from KFI. So,
Whitney.
Hi, Whitney. We're just podcasting. We're finishing up.
We're almost done. And there's baby.
Yeah.
Not
What's up?
We're not distracted at all.
Early.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Welcome. Anyway,
So
Sunday.
the
last
usual
Sunday.
chaos at the end of the
Okay.
podcast.
Sunday's the last Sunday for the summer. Enjoy your Sundays at home. We will.
That's right.
Then June 1st, Fangirl Fibers Trunk Show. This is going to be huge.
yeah.
It's going to be huge. Not only are there going to be kits for doodles, for doodle deck sets, but she's also bringing minis and like kits to put together your own.
That's
with
right.
a
The doodle bar.
But she's also bringing all of her other yarns as well.
Yeah, so if you're wondering what we're talking about, the best thing you can do, because we have not made it clear. So Emily from Fangirl Fibers is coming for a trunk show on June 1st. And we'll see. Maybe we will do that Sunday. We'll see. Oh, hello.
So a doodle deck is a little card that has a knitted chart, and you can pull out the charts that you like and you rearrange them how you like them, and then you end up knitting.
How did you find that so quickly? Like that particular reel? So, Jamie from Pacific Knit Co. Makes these decks, and they have become hugely popular. And they come in all different. There's a basic pack, and then there are theme packs. There are themes, seasonal themes, and there's a baking one, and there's a monster one, which is great for really any time of the year, but especially great for Halloween. But
She does one specific to Rhinebeck.
Yes.
She does, just so many, and so we'll be stocking those in the shop all the time. But they use minis. And Emily and Jamie have worked together to create, Emily has created this thing called a doodle bar, where she basically brings in minis that would work perfectly for these decks. And so you can put your own kits together, but she'll also have kits pre-made.
Kits.
And she can also just help you because she's so familiar.
Oh my gosh.
She'll have samples, and she's
so lovely.
One of the nicest people.
Oh my gosh. And she loves helping people pick stuff out. I mean, you don't want to miss her for her.
Yeah.
Forget about how gorgeous her yarn is.
Yeah.
So
her yarn is beautiful.
We have all of these amazing things coming up. And of course, Miss Babs further on down the line in the summer, if you wanted, those dates are July 12th through July 20th. But right now we're focused on Mabel for this weekend.
I'm obviously hyper-focused because I'm dreaming about it.
And will we have another podcast before Emily comes? I feel like we will.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Today is 2 weeks to the day. How about that?
No. It is?
Yeah.
From when Emily,
Podcasted.
Oh, yes.
We're so talented at being on time. Episode 51.
Especially me.
All right.
We gotta go.
Off the rails, and I'm really distracted by the baby,
by
and
Marlene,
and by Whitney, and the ambulances. Just kidding. We're very professional.
Yes.
I hope everybody has a great day. Happy Wednesday. I'm going home to do laundry.
I will be staying here to do all the things and order more yarn for you people.
Day in the life of the yarn shop owner.
Woohoo! Thanks so much for watching, everyone.
See ya.